I can't shake what the Lord told me about Lot. I picture Lot and Abraham going back and forth about many things, and Lot saying to Abraham, "Well, I'm just as righteous as you." And the Bible does say Lot was righteous, but he was also clueless. Throughout history, when mankind is transitioning from one dispensation to another, you will see a door open to the new. And yet, the old door is still open for a while. There is this grace of time between the two doors. The scary thing to me is when the old door is shut, it always seems to be slammed shut by God. In Luke 17 verses 26 through 32, Jesus gives two examples of this very thing: Noah's time and Lot's. When Jesus came onto the scene, it was the door being opened into a new era of time. In fact, he even said he is the door in John 10 verse 9. Yet people kept going to the temple as they were clueless. The door between the Old Testament and the New Testament were both open until 70 A.D. Then the door of the Old Testament was slammed shut as the Romans came in and destroyed the temple. Jerusalem fell, the temple was burned, and the Jewish state collapsed. The siege ended on the 30th of August, 70 A.D., when the Second Temple was burnt and destroyed, and the Romans entered and sacked the lower city. The outer retaining wall of the temple is known to this day as the Wailing Wall. God allowed the old door to be slammed shut. As I wrestled with this, I was woken out of a deep sleep and heard,
"Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me."
Psalms 23 verse 4. When I heard this, the fear of the Lord was on me. I have never heard the audible voice of the Lord, but what I heard was loud and clear in my spirit, like when I decree and declare the word. So knowing this, I got out of bed and went into my closet. As I entered the closet, I could smell frankincense. That is an experience I have never had. As I got my notebook and pen out, the Lord began to say,
"The rod speaks of correction. The staff speaks of shepherding. The slamming of the old door is only hard on those that are weighed in the balance and found wanting."
In 2019, I was told soon all churches will be closed. This will be a sign to know we have entered the kingdom age. Honestly, I didn't believe it. But in 2020, I witnessed the closing of most all churches because of COVID. It was a real eye-opener for me. I heard the Lord say, "Get 2020 vision" in 2020. When the children of Israel was supposed to transition from the wilderness into the promised land, do you know what happened? Most died in the wilderness. How sad is that, knowing that we are between the door of the church age and the door of the kingdom age? I also know the church age door will be slammed shut. I feel it's very close, and I don't want you guys to be clueless. When it happens, it will be a shock and awe for most. Just know it's not the end of the world, but instead, the beginning of the kingdom age. When I came out of this encounter, I found others were also being told this, and that it was Joel chapter 2, verse 31.
"The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and the terrible day of the Lord."
He said, Adam's lease is up. And he said, Brandon, you don't know it, but Adam's lease, and Satan knows it. Satan knows when Adam's lease is up. And he said, son, it will happen on a Rosh Hashanah. That's when the lease will be up. And you're at that time frame.
I keep hearing in my spirit, a September to remember. My friend, don't be clueless. Keep you lamps trimmed and ready, so it will be a great day for you and not a terrible one. God bless.